Terrorists, organized gang members, and hackers are stepping up their game in the 21st century. Our government agencies should be doing the same. The GPS signal L11575.42 MHz we use every day is being used by common thugs for hacking, surveillance, tracking, and touchless torture. My family and I are still being tortured and tracked on American soil. How is this possible? Why haven't we received aid? Why? How GPS data spoofing is responsible for Havana syndrome attacks, anomalous health events, and attacks on targeted individuals. How Havana syndrome attacks, cricket, noise is created. All explained and can be fact-checked. GPS data spoofing is very real, but not a lot of people know anything about it. GPS data spoofing is made with three main parts. 1. Hack RF RTL-SDR on a Windows 10 or higher. 2. L11575.42 MHz GPS microwave carrier signal. 3. Digital phase locked loop when combined with an L11575.42 MHz becomes a differential vector phase locked loop. When created with a hack RF can become a spoofed pulse, digital data, differential vector phase locked tethering loop network cloud connecting terrorists, organized gang members, and hackers to a targeted area, making a live connection by saturating targeted area with a pulse, digital data, phase-locked tethering loop, and with a few downloaded programs it is able to use Google Maps for targeting a location and our GNSS satellites for mobility and trajectory hitting, and saturating the targeted area. Once again, and I can't stress this enough, with a pulse, digital data, electromagnetic microwave phase-locked tethering loop network cloud, a live connection with the ability to phase synchronize with wireless radio frequencies, wireless electronics, and wireless systems from within saturated area. With the aid of the digital phase locked loop for connection, locking onto and tracking. Yes, I said tracking of wireless electronics. PC, laptops, tablets, cell phones, and any wireless systems that may be in your automobile. Also able to perform frequency modulation audio surveillance from within saturated area with the aid of the RTL-SDR. Any connection made with this GPS data spoofing system can create all this listed above, and connection to these wireless systems needs no password or permission to extract and input digital data into these wireless systems. Sharing, receiving, and sending data is done by microwave data sharing, L11575.42 MHz microwave carrier signal. Connection, locking on, and tracking of wireless electronics, wireless systems is achieved with the digital phase locked loop. Audio surveillance is achieved with the use of the RTL-SDR, which converts radio signals and audio from within saturated area into frequency modulated radio signals, FM. Signals which can be sent back on the phase-locked tethering loop network cloud or picked up by any nearby PC with an added RTL-SDR hooked up to it. The three main parts of GPS data spoofing. 1. L11575.42 MHz GPS microwave carrier signal. 2. Digital phase locked loop. This is made up of three parts as well. A. Phase comparator. B. Filter loop. C. Voltage-controlled oscillator. 3. RTL-SDR. The reason why I bring up the three parts of the digital phase locked loop is because of the voltage control oscillator, VCO. This controls the amount of power the pulse, digital data, electromagnetic microwave phase locked tethering loop network cloud receives. The more power the better the connection to the wireless radio signals. This increases something else as well. The two syndromes being created from prolonged saturation from this live connecting pulse, digital data, electromagnetic microwave phase locked tethering loop network cloud. 1. Microwave auditory effect hearing, Frey effect. And 2. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome. These occur with prolonged saturation with electromagnetic fields within the range of 200 MHz to 6 GHz. GPS data spoofing occurs at 1575.42 MHz, 2.4 GHz. So when a mammal, household pet, human achieves microwave auditory effect hearing, Frey effect, they are hearing the electromagnetic field they are being saturated with, Havana syndrome, cricket, Noise. The more power supplied by the VCO, the more intense the symptoms. Side effects from these two syndromes: the less power, the less intense the symptoms. Side effects. The target is actually hearing the pulse, digital data, electromagnetic microwave phase locked tethering loop network, cloud connecting terrorists, organized gang members, and hackers to targeted area, and any audio being carried on this connecting network cloud. Havana syndrome attacks, anomalous health events and attacks on targeted individuals. Solved.